Hello and welcome to Healing Womanhood. My name's Saffron, and in today's tapping we're going to connect to our wildness. So last week we connected with our life force, which was really beautiful, that flow of energy that can direct you through life and just is full of joy and pleasure. Do go back and check that out if you haven't done that one already, or even if you have, do it again, it's great. This week we are looking at wildness. So often we can become a bit domesticated. We can get pulled into lives of looking after people, looking after the house, looking after our jobs even. Our jobs are very routine often. We know what time we need to be somewhere and what we need to do while we're there, and there's no room for expression of our true nature, of our true wild nature. And so we're going to tap on that today. So we'll be starting from that place of feeling a bit domesticated and a bit tamed, and moving through to connecting with our wildness and what that might mean and how we could reflect that in our lives. So it might be about living more in tune with nature, or it might be about expressing a side of yourself that doesn't get expressed. It's really worth journaling through this one and through all of the tapping videos that we do, but particularly with this one, it's going to be a really good opportunity to reflect on what wildness means to you, where you can bring it into your life. Do you want to bring it into your life? To what extent have you been tamed? To what extent have you been domesticated? It's all worth reflecting on. It's very, very interesting. So let's begin tapping. If you haven't tapped with me before, all you need to do is tap where I'm tapping and repeat what I'm saying. So we start here on the side of the hand, which is called the karate chop point, and we'll say our setup statement 3 times, which is, even though I think I've been a bit domesticated, my wildness doesn't have a chance to express itself. That's okay. And I'm okay. And I choose to love and accept all of me exactly as I am. Even though I think I've been tamed, I sometimes feel that I'm living a tamed life, and I'd like to get back to my wildness. And I choose to love and accept all parts of me exactly as I am. Even though I feel a bit domesticated, a little bit tamed, a little bit shaped by what society wants of me, that's okay. I acknowledge that that's happened. And I love and accept all of me anyway. Beautiful. And now we're going to go on to the points beginning at the eyebrow. So tapping here, we're going to say, I feel like I've lost my wildness. Like I've drifted away from my true nature. I feel like I've become tamed by life. A little bit domesticated. And part of me really feels that. Like I'm trapped in a cage. Tamed and domesticated. And that doesn't feel too good to me. I wonder how it would feel to be wild. I wonder what my wildness would look like. I wonder what wild really means to me. I wonder if it's just about getting back to my true nature, to my own inner truth. Wild can mean so many different things. I'm allowing myself to choose the meaning that feels really good to me. And I'm inviting my wildest part to be more active in my life. I wonder what that would look like. What does this wild part of me need? What does this wild part of me love? How does this wild part of me want to spend its time? Allowing that part to guide me now. Allowing that part to come back to life. I've hidden this part away for a long time. So that I can look acceptable to everyone else. And it's okay that I did that. And I'm not doing it any longer. Allowing my wild self-expression. Allowing myself to express my wild nature. Regardless of whether that fits with anyone else's idea of who I should be, or even of what wild looks like. My wildness is nothing more or less than my truth. And I'm giving myself the chance to live that now. Choosing to live my wildest truth as much as I possibly can. Untaming myself. Undomesticating myself. My wildness has so much to offer me. My wild truth is of massive value. It feels so good to allow this part of me free rein. Or at the very least, some free expression. Feeling so loving towards this wildness. So loving towards my true nature. Allowing myself to appreciate the beauty of this part. The beauty of my true wildness. Allowing myself to feel wild now. Take a deep breath. So that is going to have gone in completely different directions for every single person that did it. There are so many different ways to interpret that idea of wildness. For me, what came up was being outside more, being in nature more, and living more seasonally, understanding when it's okay to rest and when it's okay to have more energy. It's always okay to do whichever of those feels right in the moment. And about connecting back into my truth. Sometimes we have this idea of wildness that it's about being out partying and making a lot of noise, and it can be that. Maybe that is what came through for you. Maybe that was what your wildness wanted to express, which is amazing. But if your wildness was a quieter wildness, that's amazing too. All of the possibilities here are completely valid, and we've all kind of squashed away different aspects of our wildness. Even our wild part might have parts of its own different aspects. So this is something that you can spend some time with if it interests you, and do some more journaling, tap through the video again, see what comes up. I hope that you've really enjoyed it, and if you would like to do some one-to-one work with me, I am available for that. You can book a free half-hour call. There's a link in the description that you can use for that, or in the comments depending on where you're watching this video, and I would love to hear from you. And if you can't find the link, do just send me a message, get in touch, however works. You can find my contact details on my website at healingwomanhood.com. Thanks again for tapping with me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.